Welcome back to the Gamers Hall. I'm Chris.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're going to be doing a subclass review from Path of the Righteousness.
This is a interesting module, and it's all about holy gods and their effects on the world and different subclasses and how to build a world around that. Campaign setting. It's all very much about the gods.
Now we're going to be talking about one of the fighter subclasses from this book, which is the Hospitaller.
And this is a subclass that is a fighter with cleric spells. It is the cleric version of the Eldritch Knight.
Yes.
It follows the same kind of progression that an Eldritch Knight would be. It's a
1/3 caster.
Right, 1/3 caster. And it is a solid subclass.
Yeah, solid subclass. I mean, at 3rd level, you're going to get 2 cantrips from the cleric spell list.
And at 10th level, you get another one, which, is good. Having extra cantrips is always good. Now, you get to prepare your spells like a cleric kind of does.
It goes off of charisma modifier, but honestly, we think you should change that to wisdom.
Yeah, because everything else in this class is based off of wisdom. And
you already have to put your points into 3 ability scores. Don't make them have to put it in 4.
Right. But yeah, you're using your wisdom modifier for spell attacks, healing modifiers, your DC goes off of wisdom, basically like cleric. The first good function of this is you're a devoted healer. You get faith dice, and you get 2 starting out at 3rd. They go up to 3 at 7th and 4 at 15th. And what you can do with these is whenever you would cast a spell that would restore hit points to somebody or something, you can add 1 of these dice to that roll.
Any spell, as long as healing is involved.
Yeah, as long as when you cast a spell, it's going to give healing. When you do that, extra d6. And you regain these at a short or long rest, so you can continually have them for a little bit of a bump. Which is useful. That's a strong healing word.
Yep. And as you progress in level, they will go up.
Yeah, at 7th level, goes to
D8s.
18th level, goes to D10s. Pretty decent. For just a little bump, getting extra healing at any time is good. Especially when it seems like this guy's going to be a good spot heal more than an overall heal. Another one is his Healing Surge.
So anytime you use your action surge to do whatever, doesn't matter what you do with your action surge, you can immediately spend one of those dice, whatever you roll. All of your allies within 30 feet get temporary HP equal to whatever you rolled.
Yeah, which is basically, this is a small little burst heal. And it's good that it's temp HP, so anything at max hit points, they still get temporary hit points.
It's almost like saying, hey guys, I spent my action surge, I'm going to attack this, but guess what? I just gave everybody a healing word.
Yeah. It's not amazing, but the fact that you were already going to action surge anyway, and you're giving everybody a small little buff, including yourself, you get those temp HP, is definitely a benefit.
Right.
That's not bad. There's nothing really wrong about it. It's not going to break the bank. You're not going to be super excited about it, but everybody going, yeah, cool. Downside to it is it goes away after a minute. So basically, how long a normal fight might take.
At 15th level, whenever you roll your initiative, if you have 0 faith dice, you'll automatically get 1 back. So you're automatically going to start any combat with at least 1 of these dice.
Yeah. Which is useful, little underwhelming, but it's not bad. You continually, for the entirety of your class here, you'll be able to do the function of your class the whole time, whenever you're in a fight.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys have a group and no one wants to be the healer, this class is perfect. Because you're getting a little bit of it, you're not having to multi-class, but you're still able to carry your weight and help the party at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be decent. It's going to be the anchor of the party. It literally does the 2 things that every party needs. It needs somebody to be up front taking the hits, and it needs somebody to do spot heals. And this class can do those 2 things.
Yeah.
Is he going to do amazing spells all the time? No. He's going to do that solid buff that everybody needs, or that solid crowd control spell that somebody needs, and while he is swinging away with his sword and shield or great axe or something like that, just putting down the normal damage that a fighter would be doing.
Yeah. Now, I mean, depending on what spells you pick, can really determine how good or not good this class can be. Because, I mean, a fighter walking up with Spirit Guardians, hacking away at things.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is about this one, which we usually do good and bad, but to be honest, it's really just dead center. It's not really good. It's not really great or terrible, and it's good, but it's not bad. It's not. It's like it's just such a solid middle of the road subclass.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, depending on what spells you pick, there's always something good. A fighter casting Bless on the party, you automatically are going to have good con checks to make sure when you get hit that it stays up, and Bless is one of the best spells in the game. You get it right away.
Yeah.
Command
is way more useful than hopefully some. It's way more useful than a lot of people give it credit for.
You have to be
good
on your wording.
If you can figure out that one word that gets something done, I mean, huge effect, and a fighter being able to do that when they need to is very good. I think the power is that you always have a healing word that's going to be good.
Yes.
At any given time, somebody's going to fall down, and you go, no, you're not. You're going to get back up. Since you're already in the battle, which most clerics usually are not, they usually tend to stay back. You're already there when your rogue, barbarian, paladin, ranger friend that is close combat with you, or monk, is down. You can go, cleric, I got it. Or bard, I got it. I'm right here anyway. Get up.
Yeah, but not to mention, it is called the Hospitaler. So out of combat is when this subclass is going to shine a little bit more, because you do Prayer of Healing. Yeah. Oh, I get to throw an extra D6 or
a D8. Actually a D8.
Oh, it's going to be D8 by the time you get it. So yeah, you get an extra D8 on top of that, and that goes to the whole party. So out of combat, hey, I got us, guys. Like, let me fix everybody up.
Any heal that you pick up that would be a group heal, this is going to be a lot better, because this is going to add, that Fate Dice will add to the total amount of heal this is going to do. So the more people you can touch with a heal, the better this class is going to shine, because you get to add that continually. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And as far as the bads, the only bad thing we saw was the fact that the prepared spells goes off of charisma modifier, and there's no reason to make a player need to put their points into 4 stats.
Yeah, that's bad. And the getting back 1 Fate Dice when you roll initiative is underwhelming.
I mean, literally, the other bad thing is everything works off of these Faith Dice, and the Faith Dice can only be used for healing. So, it basically says, hey, this is what you do, and everything is going to work towards that.
Yeah, but every party needs it, so it's really not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So, it's just making the one thing everybody needs a little bit better.
Yeah, literally, it's the only 2 things we could pick out of this subclass.
Otherwise, it'll be enjoyable.
Yeah, but let's move on to
the roleplay. When you're role-playing this class, I feel as if you should role-play as you're the solid, anchor, lodestone. You're the dependable person of this subclass, because that's what you are.
Right.
I mean, you're not excelling in anything in particular, but you know what? You're always consistent. And one good example of this is the field medic in any army.
Yeah.
Right? They are trained to make sure somebody doesn't die on the battlefield. They're there still shooting. They're there still in the midst of the battle. But what they are doing is they are making sure when that guy gets hit by that bullet, he is stopping that wound, and he's making sure to get you back to the surgeons so you survive. And that's what this guy's doing.
The true character of no man is left behind. I'm going to make sure you get out of this, and we can get you back. No one's dying on my watch.
Right. And I mean, him being full of faith, he is consistent. He's with the gods are on his side, and if this guy's around because of his faith, he is he's going to get you up. Like, he is consistent all the time, and the gods even show it in the fact that he's able to heal you more. What was a actual good example from TV and movies?
Star Trek, Dr. Hank McCoy.
Bones.
He's there. He's gonna fight with you, and then once it's over, he's gonna drag you back and make you good.
Yeah, he's going to be complaining to you the whole time. Why did you let that hit you? You knew better than that. He's explaining what you did wrong. But you know, in the end of the day, you're not dead.
Yep. I mean, no matter what, this class can pull its weight in almost any situation.
Yeah, which would be fun. I mean, sometimes playing the character that everybody depends on to do what needs to be done at the right time. That could be a really fun role play. You don't have to be the crazy rogue that gets into places. You don't have to be the paladin that is just always up front going, I am the beacon of hope. You could just be the guy that everybody turns back to is, Carl's with us, right? All right, cool. I'm going to go all out. Let's do this. You know?
Yeah.
And that's a good feel, especially for those players that don't want to have a whole lot of attention put on themselves. Actually, this would be a great class for those type of people that like to sit back a little bit and they're the reserve role player. Like they don't have to be crazy with this. They just have to be present.
Yeah. And something I wasn't even thinking about, but if there's a character who wants to kind of dibble and dabble in casting, but doesn't want the burden of saying, oh my God, there's so much that comes with this. This is a great way where you say, hey, I'm still a fighter, combat oriented. I've dipped into casting, and guess what? All of my abilities rely on healing, and these dice, I don't really have to know a whole lot. It's not a whole lot to deal with. It's very simple, and just depending on what spells I pick is really how much I want to deal with.
You know what's really interesting with this is that since you're a fighter, you end up getting more access to feats. You could pick up more of the spellcasting feats.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
And so role playing, how learning the different feats that as you fight and your fighting styles have improved and using your spells, you go, well, having access to this more often is beneficial. So you might end up picking up the feat that gets you a healing word all the time, or a good berry. It's like, I just need that one pill to make sure that you survive, And then later on, you pick up some of the other classes, and it all starts working off your wisdom modifier as you're picking up these feats. So actually, you could be a very versatile fighter subclass with that lodestone of, I can always heal you when I need to heal you.
Yeah, and then, I mean, even if you want to use your spells for more things like buffing the party, you're a fighter. Pick up the healer feat.
Yeah, so now you can heal at the end. I got you. Patch you up. So, in all, I think that this class, when you look at it at first, you go, there's not much there. But honestly, really, when you think about it, there's a lot to the subclass. A lot of fun can be had within the subclass, especially somebody that understands their role within the party.
Yes, and I mean, like I said, if there's not a lot of players and nobody wants to play the healer, this is a good way to get the best of both worlds for one person, and it doesn't have to, without multi-classing.
Yeah. But hey, if you like what we're putting down here, like, share, and subscribe.
Yep. And hey, tell us what you think about this subclass. If there was if there's anything we missed, or if you guys just think it's a trash subclass.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Or the best subclass ever. You can say that in the comments. Also, hit that bell notification so you know when we drop more content.
Yep. Until then, guys, keep rolling them Nat 27s and have fun at your gaming tables.
And add a fake dice to that.